I feel so pathetic because I'm the divorce denier. And she's like, she is just clearing the slate, man. She is out of here. There's an emotion that I'm sensing from her of this wahoo, like, I'm out of here. It's made me a little crazy.
Him being in my space when we lived in my bedroom together, it was toxic. I'm not taking toxic with me.
It hurts to have her try and make me own it.
Is that I would rather be alone and love myself than to be with someone who doesn't love me.
Hey everyone, it's Katie from Without a Crystal Ball. Welcome back to my channel. It's Monday, October 31st, 2022. Happy Halloween. Just finished up part 1 of the episode, and now we're going to dive into part 2 of last night's episode of Sister Wives. So if you missed the first video, you can see that right here. And in this video, what we're going to do is we're going to talk about sort of the back half. There's a part where Cody and his friend are in the car after they go to a sportings event, which it wasn't a sportings event. And but we're going to talk about Christine selling her bed, which is kind of anticlimactic, and then Cody's kind of admission that what we've already known for years, but to actually hear him say it was really disgusting. And I realize that all of this is sort of scripted and a bit fake, but if it's scripted and fake, it's horrible. But Cody basically admits that he doesn't have a relationship with his kids and doesn't do anything with Christine's kids because of her. Because of Christine. That's not a reason to not have a relationship with your kids, Cody. News at 11. And Ysabel moves. So let's talk about that. Before we do, can you do me a favor? And I'm getting pretty close to 300,000 subscribers. If you could click that subscribe button on the way out, it is free and it'll get you more of what you like. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up, leave a comment if you have something to say, and ring the bell so you get notified when new videos load. So this second part of the episode is following the conversation between Robin and Mary, and I kind of skipped the part of Janelle being out on the property because it was boring. Cody is in the car with his friend Brian, and they claim that they're going to go to a sporting event in Reno, which is really AKA we were at an event selling our things that we have that TLC doesn't want us to say that we do, and he and them call it a sporting show. It wasn't a sporting show
7 years.
at all.
We're just returning now from a show in Reno, Nevada, a sportsman show where we had some business. Recently, Brian got married for the first time, and I officiated the wedding.
At all. So Cody and Brian lament about Cody basically, telling him, "Are you sure you want to marry your wife?" And, Brian talking about how long he's known Cody, and Cody saying that he's a failure in marriages and that 50% of marriages fail. And that actually made me realize, Cody, 50% of your marriages have failed, if not 75% soon. So So Cody and his friend Brian are kind of boring and total bros, and they are definitely not at an event selling sporting goods. If you think what they sell is sporting goods, that's for you to think and not me. Let's get to the good stuff. So Christine finally sells her bed. And Cody, for some reason, is like really upset about her selling her bed, which I thought was weird. Like, why would Christine bring a bed that is like bad juju into her life? Like, I'm not even like someone that believes in that kind of stuff, but it's just like that energy, that memory. I would not want that in my bed. And so Christine's like, I sold my bed. I'm not bringing this with me. And I don't want this toxic energy in my house.
Separate furniture and everything. And like, I told him I was going to sell the bedroom set. And I just didn't want to take it with me, I didn't want to take it with me. I just want to start all over with a bedroom set.
So she wants to start all over. That's how they're going to divide their assets. Is she's going to sell, and I don't know if she's going to give him half the money. I'm not sure. But Cody obviously wasn't he was offended by her selling the bedroom set.
I was really hurt when Christine told me she was selling the bedroom set. But yeah, broke my heart. It was just one more thing, this awareness. I mean, I've still been in this place.
Basically, Cody says he's in denial that Christine is actually leaving him. Denial is funny. You know, I don't know if it's denial or if it's control, that he cannot handle that Christine is leaving. But apparently, Christine selling the bed was just another sign to him that she was serious about leaving. It wasn't the selling of her house or packing stuff up or saying we're divorced or telling the whole family. It wasn't that. It was Christine selling her bed. Like every day, Cody has a new reason why he's like, oh, you mean you're really leaving?
I feel so pathetic because I'm the divorce denier. And she's like, she is just clearing the slate, man. She is out of here. There's an emotion that I'm sensing from her of this wahoo, you know, like, I'm out of here. It's made me a little crazy.
So Cody says that Christine is making him crazy because she's saying wahoo. I think it's woohoo. Woohoo, not wahoo. But he's the person that thinks jackwagon is a unique word. Anyways, he's mad that she's happy about leaving. Like, she's excited to leave, and that's what has him angry. It's a narcissistic injury, in my opinion, that she's rejected him and she's happy that she's leaving and she wants to move on with her life by getting rid of the things that she has with him, and he can't handle that rejection. Mary never rejected him. Therefore, Cody doesn't care about Mary. Christine rejected him. Therefore, Christine is the target of his anger and his frustration and the target of his injury. Mary is disposable. She only had one kid. Christine had 6, and many of them were girls, and girls are very valuable in this world because you can get them to barter them for more wives in the future. It's gross. So he's admitting that he's mad because she's happy that she's leaving, and that's what's got him feeling so
in my
crazy.
next house. Because him being in my space when we lived in my bedroom together, it was toxic. I'm not taking toxic with me. It's absolutely weird, but I'm ready. I'm done. The best years of my life I gave to him. And he shrugged his shoulders at me. It was hard because I'm not young anymore.
Christine's rationalization for getting rid of the bed is that Cody was toxic in her bedroom. And she gave him the best years of his life, and he shrugged her shoulders. And she spent X amount of years in this relationship believing it was going to be one way because at the time she believed in the celestial kingdom and polygamy because it was what she was born into. And this whole world opened up to her with this show. And now she's learned that it's all a scam. And I think she probably has a level of regret. Like, wait a minute, I spent all these years with a man that I had to share my time with when I really didn't have to do this in order to get to heaven. And so she's wants that out of her life, and I can't blame her. Of course, Cody's all like, I gave her the best of my life too, and it's not just that. I was good to her, and she's just
starting a new relationship at 49, I don't know, I hope that I can find love again. I hope that I can be in a relationship with someone who loves me, and wants to be married to me, and is attracted to me. I don't know, but what I do know is that I would rather be alone and love myself than to be with someone who doesn't love me.
So as they wrap up, she sort of like has this like moment where she's like, I don't know if I'll ever find love. I'm not sure if I'm ever going to be in love again. I don't know at 49 if this is possible. But if I do, I hope I find someone that loves me, is attracted to me, but I'm more interested in being by myself than being with someone that doesn't love me. So I would rather be by myself and happy and alone than with someone that's not attracted to me and not in love with me. Can you imagine what it must be like to be with someone for 25 years and you were never in love with them? Or if you were in love with them, it was all fake and phony and he wasn't ever really in love with you? That would be such a hard way, like a hard realization. She's moving on. Next up, we've got Ysabel moving to North Carolina. And the narrative and the storyline is that Ysabel is going to go to a house where there's a couple that's amazingly happy. This is the sort of perfect little narrative. The storyline they're going with is that she didn't have stability at home with her parents, and now she's going to go to have stability with Maddie and Caleb. She's kind of already at a place in her life where she's been developed, and while this will be good for her to be around a good role model, I think they're oversimplifying this and trying to just make viewers give them like I don't know, a happy storyline, like, well, Ysabel's life has sucked, but the good news is that it's not going to suck because she's going to go live with Maddie and Caleb. Thank goodness someone in her life is going to do her good and show her a good example. It's actually sort of like mitigating the fact that Ysabel and all of her siblings grew up with parents that were fighting and didn't have a good relationship. It makes me sad that it's glossed over like this. It is going to help her in a way, but she's already fully developed as an adult. Her formative years are over. It's too late for some of this. While it's good, it's too late. And I don't think we need to ignore that, right?
People. And I think it'll be nice from going where my dad and mom didn't have that great of a relationship to somebody who has an incredible relationship.
Ysabel's going to go live with a couple who is monogamist. Caleb's home all the time. He's only focused on Maddie and those babies. Her parents' relationship hasn't been good for many years. So I think it could be healing. I think it could be good.
Ysabel's looking at this per the show, that this is going to be a good thing for her to be around people that love each other. But I find it kind of interesting because Janelle's all just like, Ysabel's going to be around a family that the mom and dad are monogamous and Caleb's all around her and he's only there for Maddie and it's going to be a really healing place for her. And I thought, so it's good for Ysabel to have that, but not your own kids, Janelle? Like, don't your kids, doesn't Savannah deserve that? Doesn't Savannah deserve to have parents and a dad that's there full time? But it's like, in this position, Janelle says a lot of really good things. I get lost with it because I think, but Janelle, you're still there. You're saying all the right things, but you're still there. Why? Ysabel was hurt, so were your kids. Don't you think your kids deserve more too? But that was just sort of like my reaction. And then of course, Cody's just like, I don't think that our fights and our problems ever showed up in our family ever, and our kids never were affected by it.
Good.
I'm pretty sure that we weren't exposing our marriage difficulties to the kids in Las Vegas. At least I was. Long before COVID, I was hearing that she was talking about leaving me.
You're serious? You were never affected by it. I really, there are days when I'm like, Cody, I can't. Of course your kids fed off of it. When you weren't there millions of days a week, they saw mom crying. When you weren't there not doing the basics, but doing things for Robin's kids, they saw it. They saw all of it. But Cody doesn't know his kids at all.
I'm loading them into the car now.
Well, why don't you give me a hug first?
My dad isn't coming with us. He has children here in Flagstaff, so it's not like he can also be away for that long. Also, there's still COVID around, unfortunately.
I wouldn't want to travel.
Cody is mad about the way that they packed the car, and Truly's about to get into the car to leave, and she doesn't even try to say goodbye to her dad. Her dad actually has to say, hey, can you come back and give me a hug? Because even Truly doesn't like him. And then Ysabel tries to explain that the reason why Cody can't go with them on the trip is because of COVID, and he has little kids that he needs to take care of back in Flagstaff, and he just can't be gone that long. Sounds familiar to how everything was with the surgery. But Cody then makes a confession, which I think is the exact reason why he did not go to her surgery, and it's the reason why he does all of the things that he does. He's used COVID as an excuse, and he tells you the real reason why he avoids Christine's kids.
I wouldn't want to travel with Christine at this point. It's done and it's over, and she's moving on, and I'm finally willing to accept that, but I'm not going to take a trip with her. I swear, I love you. Have a nice trip. Looks like it's going to be fun. Ysabel,
this is the reason why he didn't go to Ysabel's surgery. I'm convinced. Because of his relationship with Christine. I don't want to travel with her. I don't want to be around her. I don't want to deal with her. So she can just do it. He doesn't mention COVID for not wanting to do this. Why? Because Cody was just in Tulsa, Oklahoma, at a wedding. He was just in Reno at a gun show. Yeah, that's what he was doing. And now he's like, well, it's not even really COVID. It's just that I don't like Christine and I don't want to travel with her. No, that's really been the reason why you've iced out her kids for years. It's the reason why you have no relationship with them. It's the reason why you treat them differently, because you don't like Christine. Just admit it. Oh, wait, you just did. Thank you. And then Christine makes a point of saying that Cody doesn't know the kids.
The hardest part of my whole life is that my kids don't have a great relationship with their dad. He doesn't even know him. You know what's sad too is they don't know how amazing he is either.
Christine's biggest regret in her life is that Cody doesn't have a relationship with his kids and that he doesn't even know them. doesn't know anything about them. And it's obvious he knows nothing about them because he's already admitted to you why he doesn't know them. Because why? Because he doesn't like Christine. So then, it's sad because he's completely neglected them. And then also that they don't know the personality that he was way back in the day. They'll never know that person, and he's not that person anymore, and she's not that person anymore. But the kids were the collateral damage. And so again, why again would anyone want to expose their children to this, Robin? Why? This is not healthy for children. And even Ysabel has the forethought to realize that.
Listen, I have 18 kids. I'm spread thin. I work hard to visit with my children, to connect with them, to do something with them that they like. It's not always an easy connection. I'm sitting here reflecting on what could have been done differently and what has happened to us, what happened to my life, what has happened to my purpose and the things that I was pursuing before, because I feel so distant from it. And now Ysabel's moving as far away as she could.
So Cody I have 18 kids, and I don't have a good relationship with all of them because I'm spread thin. Throughout the years, we've already noticed Cody does not do a good job of having any sort of relationship with his daughters. He's not interested in his daughters once they hit teen years. He's only interested in his sons, and he doesn't care about the girls. He doesn't care about the girls unless they're little and they're like kissing his butt. Beyond that, once they're teenagers, he knows nothing about them, doesn't care. He's done it to every single one of his daughters. It's why all of his daughters are just like, who? What? You? Ew. You know what I'm saying? And so then he's like, I'm just so distant from everything that I believed in. And then he's like, if a relationship is hard, it's I can't have a good relationship with them if the connection's not there. It's your kid, Cody. He doesn't have the time, energy, or effort to put into anything. He doesn't have the time, energy, and effort to work through things with his marriages because if it's hard, he doesn't like it. If it's difficult, he doesn't like it. Well, I have one over here that's working, so I'll go over there. That's his excuse. Well, I've got a kid over here that likes me and kisses my ass, so I'm going to go over here. Bye. He doesn't want to deal with the conflict, and he doesn't want to deal with anyone that doesn't kiss his ass and say that you are the prince and the king and everything. It's a narcissist being a father.
It's hard leaving, not knowing when I'm going to see him again.
Oh my God. Oh my God. I don't know when I'm going to be back here.
Especially since we haven't really gone to spend as much time together as I think we both would have wanted. Not knowing when I'm going to see him again, it's really hard.
I'm sad I didn't get to say goodbye to Janelle and her kids. Mari and Sue.
So as they're driving away, Ysabel's crying because she doesn't know when she's going to see her dad again. And Cody's like, I don't know. She's running away from me. And, she didn't really get to say goodbye to Janelle's kids, which again sort of proves to me that Janelle and Christine are not as close as you would think they are. If they were super close, they would have said goodbye to her, right? And Christine is struggling with sending her off to North Carolina, but she knows that it's a big move, and then when she comes home, she's moving. So there's a lot on the horizon. But what I've learned today is that Cody punishes his kids because of his relationship with Christine, and that's gross. Christine has every right to move on and find someone that she loves and that loves her. And Cody is mad at Christine and is going to make her pay for it and make her kids pay for it and make anyone that takes her side pay for it because he can't handle that she left him. Tell me what your thoughts are in the comments below. Bye, guys.